Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody. How are we today? We have a guest star. Aren't we so cool?
We are so cool.
Today we have ProeliumNix, or Nick. So welcome. How are you?
Hi. Hello. Doing well. It's early. We're up. We're here.
It is.
We
We're
exist.
time travelers, yeah.
Right. Yeah,
It's
you
going to be a
didn't.
different
Probably
time.
didn't know that before we started recording, but we are in fact time travelers.
Mhm.
And
And we
also,
always-
our listeners refuse to tell us how they're doing, and it makes
Yeah.
us angry.
So we have to verbally abuse them into telling us how they are.
See, I always blamed things on the Fairly Odd Parents. I never knew there was time travelers.
You know what? That's so... Okay. Because you brought that up, I have to tell you guys about this video I was watching earlier. It was these three guys, and they were like testing this like super, super, super sour candy. And this one guy puts it in his mouth, and he's just sitting there, and he's totally fine for like 5 seconds. And then he just full body like convulses. And they edited it so that it
added the fairies.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my god! Oh, that's
It
great.
was so funny. And then they kept editing it in after everyone like tried it. So the next person went, and then when he got up, they did like the fairies. And it was I was laughing so hard this morning about that. So I'm so glad that you brought that up, Nick.
I would die to that.
That is
Definitely
hilarious.
It was
good show.
It was great. 10 out
Mr.
of 10.
Crocker's my spirit animal.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mhm.
I think me and my friends are doing a group Fairly Odd Parents Halloween costume this year.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be Cosmo?
I'm gonna be Cosmo.
I knew it. I knew it.
Cosmo's my jam.
I
I'd be
knew
Jorgen
it. Yeah.
von Strangle.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Now we've got Cosmo and Wanda,
Mm-hmm.
Timmy Turner,
Naturally.
Poof, and
Okay.
Wandissimo,
Love.
Chip Skylark,
Oh, love even more.
A shiny teeth and
AJ, and Trixie
Oh my god, I love it here.
in our group. Yeah.
It's gonna be
I wish I had cool friends.
And then
hard to
whatever
beat
I
group.
can convince Fudo to do, because she will also be here because my friends are coming here for the trip, which is over Halloween. Maybe I should convince her to do something extra hilarious. Oh my god.
should.
I'll just convince her to be Vicky.
Icky Vicky.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I love it.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great. I love that so much. Okay, so to get into a really quick get to know you question, because that's how we start everything off. So how did you first get into like gaming? What was like your first video game that you remember playing?
I'd say some of the earliest games I remember actually getting to play would be like on Sega. So if any of people listening know, that's a super old console. I think from like, I don't even know if it's late 80s or if it's early 90s, but I remember playing, what was it, like Sonic the Hedgehog on it.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of NES too, but that was like my brother's and my mom's. Like my mom would play a lot of NES when I was growing up.
Okay.
And like infant age. So I don't have too many memories of that. But yeah, really got into N64 when my brother finally got enough controllers. We got it when it first came out. Tons of Mario Kart, Mario Party, the original Smash Bros.
Nice.
Yeah.
GoldenEye 007 was the first
Love
introduction to FPS games because I'm a huge FPS nerd.
Love that.
And then
It was
my first
in fact
PC,
the 80s.
Oh.
Sega Genesis, yeah.
Okay. Tell me how I knew that you were gonna look that up.
Because I look everything up if I
Yep.
don't know the answers, so that I can fill my little noggin with random useless facts.
I was like, wait, do I ask Wayne to look that up, or is he actively already doing it?
I was already doing it.
Yeah,
I love that.
I wanted
Like-
to say early 90s, but it seemed like it's older than that.
89 was the North American release of the Sega
Oh.
Genesis.
That's basically early 90s.
Yeah,
Except,
the
like,
ugliest
not.
controller on the planet.
I remember playing a lot of Pokemon Coliseum on the N64 with my sister. Fantastic game. 10 out of 10. I would love to play it again. I loved when like Hey You Pikachu came out and you could like have the little microphone and like talk to Pikachu. What a cute game. Okay, 10 out like big brain moves there on the developer side. Love it. And then I think we actually were talking about this recently, Link. It was like this little army game too. And there was this one girl that you like save her all the time and it was really funny. Cannot remember what it's called, but like you're literally army men. Like the little like actual like
right
children's toys.
Child's plaything.
Yeah. Basically. I mean, it was a game for kids, so yeah. Exactly.
Was it Army Men Sarge's Heroes?
Yeah, I think it was actually.
They had like the plastic platform with that their legs were attached to, and they had to like waddle back and forth.
Yeah.
See, I remember playing Duck Hunt on my NES, and it was my favorite thing ever.
Love it.
Do you remember that?
It had the little gun thing, and like now, I think I was like, how did those work on such an old system with super old TVs? It wasn't like a motion capture where you have to aim the gun at the right thing and it's like capturing where you're pointing. Mm-hmm. It was like the gun itself was looking at the like light reflection to like look at movement on the TV screen.
Interesting.
To know that you're pointing it in the general right direction of a duck.
Yeah,
Link out here
Nintendo has always done like these revolutionary, like they've always been way too far ahead of their time. And they've taken like the biggest risks in trying to innovate the gaming scene with like you were saying with Duck Hunt. They had like this crazy glove back in the day you could use with the NES or the Super NES. The DS, like those, the first touchscreen game. I
love my DS.
Yeah, DS it's amazing. And then like when the Wii came out.
Oh, the Wii was great. I want to get a Wii. Like I know you can get a Switch and it's like Wii on steroids, but like I miss the Wii. It was so good. Like Wii bowling.
I have a Wii.
Nice.
I waited for a Wii on release.
I think my mom still has one. Maybe I can convince her to give it to me.
Yeah, maybe. I literally have my Wii from when me and Akuma were younger. She took the GameCube and...
Nice. I remember playing...
I could play all my GameCube games on it, so...
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on the Wii.
Ah, such a good game. I remember me and Akuma, so it was, I think still when we had the GameCube, and it was Christmas, and I got a boombox, and I got a Pussycat Dolls CD.
Right.
And
oh my God, I've heard the story.
And Akuma got Twilight Princess, and I got Spyro, and we stayed up all fucking night, all summer long, and we would just go back and forth with wow. Wow, that was really hard for me to get out. We would go between her playing Twilight Princess, me playing Spyro, listening to Pussycat Dolls CD on my fucking boombox that I got. So now whenever I hear those songs, I immediately think of those games. And whenever I think of those games, I think of that music. So it's like super crazy neuron connections in my brain that like brings me so much nostalgia and joy. It's great.
Yeah, if there's one thing I like, it's reminiscing on the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Right? My Nintendo DS Lite, the first one that I had, when my family we moved basically across the entire country when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9. And it was like right at Christmas time. Like we got to our new house at like 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve. So we were literally moving at Christmas time. So my parents gave me and my brother our DS Lights as our like early Christmas present, so that we could play them and not drive them crazy on the drive across the country.
Honestly, big brain move.
Right?
Did that take
Huge.
like 2 or 3 days? Like, I thought it took
4.5.
forever. Oh my
Ugh.
gosh.
Yeah.
Nasty.
So I remember one of the first games that I had on there was the Madagascar game. I fucking loved Madagascar. That game was so fun. It was
I
great.
love so much that we've been getting back into like Madagascar stuff, and you added like a lot of the King Julian stuff to your soundboard. Because
King Julian.
I love Madagascar. Like, I'm pretty sure I watched it on a repeat when I was younger. And I might have to confirm with Daddy Vina and ask him to confirm lore or not on this. But like, we watched it all the time because I was fully obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And I would do like the dance with them when they were doing the Move It dance. Oh,
Because it's so good.
it is so good. And I'm like, I feel like I've also derived a lot of my humor from King Julian, where like
Okay.
it's just kind of dickish humor. Like,
The prehistoric days of VHS tapes.
yeah.
The orange Nickelodeon VHSs.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I remember.
Is that when they still had slime? Or is that
oh my
pre-slime?
god, slime.
Pre-slime is crazy.
Oh. Right?
Hey, I'm not wrong though, okay? Like, it's
Oh,
a perfectly
what year
valid
did that
way
happen?
of saying
It was 2 years pre-slime. Oh my god. I remember
Is it even
having
a thing now, pre-slime and
to watch.
post-slime.
I
Like,
don't know why I loved it so much, but like I used to love Titanic when I was younger,
mhm.
and watching it on VHS, it was on 2 tapes, so you had to like stop halfway through the movie and switch fucking tapes because it was so long.
My god. That reminds me. Okay, so here's some Akuma lore because it's way more funny than anything I can think of about myself right now. But she was so obsessed with The Lion King when we were younger that when we were visiting our grandmother, my grandmother would make her mashed potatoes because it's all she would fucking eat and play Lion King. And as soon as it was over, she would immediately start bawling. And then my grandma would have to like run in, and it's a VHS tape, so it's not like you can just like hit replay or like
You have
restart
to rewind
movie.
the whole thing.
She literally had to push the button to rewind the entire VHS and then hit play again. And as soon as it starts playing again, and she hears all the music from it, she stops crying and she's just enamored with the TV again.
Oh, that is
Like,
absolutely hilarious.
yeah,
I'm gonna poke at her for that.
So Lion King and mashed potatoes, huh?
Oh my god.
Dynamic duo.
Right? Speaking of
That's
food,
great.
Speaking of food.
yeah,
Food.
here's our other get to know you moment.
Ooh.
What do you think about pineapple on pizza?
Oh shoot, this was a discussion the other day. With one of my other streamer friends.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I approve.
Good.
I love
Good.
pineapple on pizza. In fact, I'm so weird, I'll do other toppings with it. I think pepperoni pineapple is like the best combination on the
Pepperoni
planet.
pineapple is very good. My former roommate got me, turned me on to that. It was really good.
I would also like to put out there jalapeno and pineapple.
I will raise you one.
Fire.
Barbecue chicken
Fire.
pizza with pineapple.
Ooh, yeah, because
Barbecue
pineapple's
sauce
so good with barbecue.
chicken and bacon and pineapple. So good.
Oh yeah.
I think I used to do one where, because I used to work at Little Caesars, and we can like make any pizza we want while we're there, right? So I would do one where it was pepperoni, jalapeno, and it was like the really good, like, it wasn't fresh jalapeno, obviously, because it's Little Caesars, but it was like the pickled ones, and I think they're so delicious, and I like would load it up, and then I put a shit ton of pineapple on there. I don't like when it makes the pizza watery, but I love the sweetness and like the the spicy sweet that you get from it is just so, so, so good. And then like the saltiness from the pepperoni, just so good.
It's
It was
me
like one of my
casually
favorite
having
meals I'd
leftover
have.
Hawaiian pizza for breakfast today.
Yeah. See, we just
I've
have to
never
make sure
been
that you're like a good person, Nick.
That's all. The pineapple
all.
question
That's
is like, all right,
that's
he can
the
stay.
question. Yeah,
That
that's the
was
question.
the whole point of that question.
That's it. I can put on a resume now. I'm a good person. Pineapple approved.
Yep.
Yep.
And they're like, what does this mean? And you'll be like, oh, well, Lincoln Serafina said that I'm a good person because I like pineapple on my pizza.
You're
and
hired.
they're obviously right. Exactly. See, look to us for the stamp of approval of being a good person, you guys. You're welcome.
Right, exactly.
Talk about
We are
prerequisites.
the authority on the subject. As
It's
you
your
know.
guys' show. I'm just living in it.
Me too. I just work here.
I barely work here. What?
God.
I just talk. I yap. Okay. I make up questions. Okay. As much as I sometimes have a really great plan for some of these episodes, a lot of the time I don't. And I'm like, shit, what am I going to talk about today? What am I going to bring up? And then like 2 things will just like randomly come to me. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, that's such a good idea. I'm so fucking smart.
Listen, even
And,
when
like-
we have a plan, we never stick to it.
I know. Okay, the amount of times, Nick, that we have literally sat here and we're like, okay, we're going to do this
do
today.
this.
And we've pulled videos and we've pulled stories to talk about and do. And then we literally talk about dumb stuff from our own lives for 40 minutes. And then we're like, shit, that's the whole fucking episode.
That kind of reminds me of the first episode I listened to of you guys. Or a majority of it ended up being about Taco Bell.
Yeah. So Nick was like, what's like, can I have like a link or something? Get like a vibe or like a feel? And I'm like, I feel like you have to start with episode 1.
Right?
But like,
It
don't
was
judge
so
me.
unhinged right out the gate. We did not hold back from that first episode.
I mean, when do we ever hold back though? Honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Certainly not a Taco Bell.
Oh my God. I still can't. Yeah, I was like listening to it. I'm like, I literally cannot believe that I actually talked about this. Episode fucking 1.
Hey, I talked about the weed store.
You did. I can't believe that we were talking about places to hook up with people. Episode 1.
Honestly,
Hey.
I fully believe it.
Let's set the stage for your audience.
Right,
Yeah, right?
exactly. Oh
Like
my
unhinged
gosh.
shenanigans. Come one, come all.
Yeah, sweet
Crazy.
and spicy.
See, I made the mistake of not having my voice mod open before we started recording. So now it's not attached to that, like my voice mod mic technically. So I can't press any of my buttons.
Good. Good.
Scrap it all.
No
Restart.
offense, but good.
We were literally just talking about the King Julian ones.
Yeah, they're funny, but I don't want them in the podcast episode.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's
she
mostly
doesn't like
because
my buttons.
they're like, sometimes they're like aggressively loud and it scares the living shit out of me. And like when we're streaming, I'm totally 100% like chill with it. And then when we're like doing the podcast and like all of a sudden it's like screeching in my ear and I'm like, my heart is racing and I'm like having to like come down from like an adrenaline high. I'm like, wait, hold on. I have to figure out where I am again. 2 seconds, please.
One that always gets me when it comes to soundboards is like the knocking. I freak out.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
It literally gets me every single time somebody does it. I legit turn around to look at my door. Even though
Whenever
I
it
know
happens-
that, like, I can't hear if somebody's knocking on my door when I have my headphones on. So I don't know what
Same.
the fuck is wrong with me.
Like,
Whenever it
'cause
happens, it's always from my right side, and like there's a window there. So I'm just like terrified when it happens.
yeah. Because then you're like, oh my god. And you like look and then you get like paranoid and you're like, was it actually just like the sound thing or like was that actually
Right?
happening?
Just like wee woo, wee woo.
Wee woo.
There's a
Wee
psycho.
woo. Literally. I've done it too, where I'm like in somebody's stream, and I've got both headsets on, or both sides of my headset on, because sometimes I sit with it like one off. And like that always seems to be the time when it happens too, where they'll have their very, very fucking real, very, very loud knocking noise. And I full panic, like look around, because like I live alone, so like there shouldn't be any noise like that close to me. And so then I'm like full panic, and I'm like, oh my god, is there somebody in my apartment? Am I gonna have to defend myself? I don't know if I can handle this pressure right now.
Seraphine's gonna pull out her blicky.
Right? I don't even have anything to defend myself with. Like,
I do.
and
Take
ghost
this
is
monitor.
useless.
It's like the most me thing ever. I literally have right next to me, I could reach it right now, is my bow and arrows.
I fucking love that so much.
Living up to the name, I suppose.
Yeah, so apropos.
Listen, I bought them for cosplay, but I bought real ones because I was very committed. And so now I just have them.
Side note, actually related to archery, my IRL like best friend, he has been practicing archery for a long time. He has like hundreds of dollars invested in these special arrows, a really nice compound bow.
Ooh.
So there's like a lot of works for hunting season. He wants me to help him make like hunting content, because I do like photography and videography a little bit.
Nice.
Ooh,
So we
that's
wanted to like
cool.
start up a YouTube channel and get that going. Some people are really against killing animals,
Fun.
but he likes hunting, so.
The way that I see it and the way that it's been presented to me is that like it's never done in like an excessive way where it's detrimental to any type of population, and it like helps with making sure that like prey versus predator isn't out of balance. So
See, I'm not a fan of hunting for sport. If you're
Right.
gonna eat the animal that you're hunting, sure.
Yeah, he's completely processed 2 deers now, and he's used all of the meat. Like he usually packs it.
that's
He
incredible.
takes it to a butcher, and then he puts it all in his freezer, and his family, like his wife and kids and him, eat it all for like half a year.
Yeah, that's completely different than just going out and killing an animal just to see if you can kill it.
Yeah, that's
Or being
borderline
like a-
cruelty.
Yeah, it is 100%.
It's like a psychopath.
Literally fucking psycho. Same with like poachers. Get fucked. Okay, like disrespectfully. Okay.
Yeah, someone needs to poach them. Poachers.
Right, we'll just round them all up and we'll just hunt them for sport.
Can we make this happen? This is a great idea. 10 out of 10 idea, you guys.
Murdering poachers, hunting poachers.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is, I think there's like laws everywhere that is against like killing anyone for no like. It's not no reason,
Actually,
but
No,
you
no, no.
can't.
I have a reason.
There is,
Okay.
oh, and I have a place. There's a place. Hold on. It's in the States. It's in Yellowstone National Park. It's
No
the zone
way.
of death. There, it's like it's a legal
yeah.
loophole technically, because there is not enough people within like the certain like radius of that specific area that live there to form a jury.
Wow.
So you can't be convicted.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go
Also-
fucking convince poachers to be there when we're there, and we can poach them.
Yeah. I mean, we can kidnap them too, so it's fine. Legally, this is a joke.
Right.
FBI, if you're listening. Kidding. JK,
Hey,
LOL.
hey, agent friend. I know you know I make a lot of jokes. This is one of them. Okay. So, like, but like, it kind of reminds me. I can't remember if it was in like Family Guy or American Dad or whichever of those shows where they have like a little island where they like brought a bunch of people to hunt them. I feel like it was American Dad.
I feel like that's
Roger was there.
I don't know. I
can't remember.
really actively watch any of those shows.
No, valid. It's been a really long time. It used to be my show that I would like listen to while I go to sleep. So
I feel like it's just the plot of the Hunger Games.
Bro,
but that's more like dystopian. Like
put the like they made the prequel available to watch on Crave now. I think it was Crave or Prime, one or the other. I think it was Crave, so, which is like HBO Max but Canada.
Oh.
And so I watched it the other day. It was so good. I love that movie. I can't wait for the next one.
I'll have to watch it.
What do you mean, really? Did you not like it? Oh, have you never seen it?
I haven't watched it. No.
It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I love the Hunger Games books and movies.
Me too. I have all 3 books, and I have the cookbook.
Nice.
Hunger Games cookbook?
Yep.
Was it just a bread? Like you just used
bread.
Bread.
I mean, like, I can go get it, and I can read a recipe to you guys if you want me to.
I have somewhere in my house, I think it's in a box, Harry Potter cookbook.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a whole cookbook. I'll take a picture and put it on the Instagram and stuff. And like show a couple of the different recipes or something in there too. So
I wonder if they like acquire rights to make those. They're like a professional culinary artists, and we'll make the things that were in your book or movie.
The Harry Potter one that I have, it literally says, like, the title of it is the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, because it's not directly affiliated with them. Like, it's not like they don't have any kind of like agreement or anything. It's just like it's an unofficial, completely separate work.
Okay, I'm so curious about mine. I'll be right back.
Okay. She looks at hers, makes me think that like now I just want to like brew my own butter beer.
I'm fairly certain that there is a recipe for that in there. But there's
sure I got one when I was in.
There's lots of stuff. Oh, you know, you can buy like there was this place where I used to live that sold. Like, they sold it in bottles. It was so good.
That sounds really good.
Right? It was really good.
I found it, naturally, because I knew right where it was. I don't know why I said that. I'm so unorganized sometimes, so sometimes when I'm like, oh, I have something, and then I don't actually know where it is. It was on my bookshelf right next to my Hunger Games books.
Is it the unofficial Hunger Games cookbook?
It is the unofficial Hunger Games cookbook, from lamb stew to grusling, more than 150 recipes inspired by the Hunger Games trilogy. This book is unofficial and unauthorized. It is not authorized, approved, licensed, or endorsed by Suzanne Collins, her publishers, or Lionsgate Entertainment Corporation.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the Harry Potter one.
Smart move on their part. Don't want to catch a lawsuit.
Right. There's one. I went to one, and it's wild dog optional beef stew from the seam.
Nice.
Okay.
Katniss's craved cheese buns.
I'll take an order, please.
Some seaweed bread.
Some Katniss cheese buns.
It's, you know what? It's so funny. There's a lot of bread here. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of bread. But it might just be, Chapter 2, Breaking Bread. Oh, a scalloped onions and apple casserole.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Creamy bashed potatoes. Golden banquet goose.
See, I'm going to find my Harry Potter one, and I'm going to start making shit.
Yeah.
So, if you guys see my roommate raving about it in Discord, it's that good.
Nice.
How would you guys rate your own culinary skills on like from 1 to 10?
I'm better at baking than cooking, but I'm pretty good at both.
See, and I was going to be like, in like our ability to make something creative or something that's edible.
Or just like ability to cook dishes offhand. Like,
you know what?
if
I'm going to
someone's
give
like,
myself...
I want this.
Oh. Well, if it's not like too gourmet, I'm gonna give myself like an 8. Because I know that there's some people that like fuck up boiling water.
Yeah.
Boil the water out of it.
Literally, and then they scorch the pan, and then it sets like
Yep.
it's set on fire and shit.
I know somebody that did that.
Really?
Fudo?
Rumi, if you're listening, I'm talking about you.
Oh.
Fudo, no, please. But like,
I'm pretty sure she just like put it on the stove and forgot about it.
yeah.
Super high.
I mean, at some point the water just boils off. Like,
yeah, but then the pot's still there burning.
yeah.
It's like, this room's awfully humid right now.
It's feeling very steamy in here, almost like a sauna.
I think it was before.
Nice.
I think it was before I moved in.
Oh, that's so funny.
It was definitely before I started speaking to roommates.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if it is, I spent a whole year living in this house without really socializing with anybody, more than like one word in passing, which was usually like a hey, yeah. And then our power went out randomly one night for like 7 hours, and we were forced to sit upstairs in the living room in the dark because there was like a little bit of light coming in from outside. And yeah, so we just hung out for 7 hours straight with no power. And now we're friends.
So glad? And we're so
right?
glad for it.
I am. It's great. Because now I don't spend all my time in my room. Like I said, we were up till 4 a.m. just watching movies in the living room. It was great.
Yeah. Now he doesn't have time for me anymore.
Wow. That's a hot take statement from you right there.
What am I supposed to do with my life now? My best friend
playing
has
Rivals
IRL
with all your
friends.
other friends and not inviting me.
Hey, you ignored my fucking message like all day. Okay.
Listen, bro, you messaged me. I took a nap, and then I woke up, and then you messaged me in that like brief time that I was half awake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read it and I was like, okay, this is my answer to that question or that statement. And then I just never actually typed it. I just typed it in my head.
Yep.
Then I went back to bed.
I was there. And then you woke up and then you messaged the group chat. And I was like, this son of a bitch.
Because I was, as far as I was concerned, I had 100% answered you already. Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Yeah, I see how it is.
Old news, Serafina.
I know. What am I going to do? I'm going to just cry about it.
ASMR streams.
Also, that video was hilarious.
What video?
That I sent to the group chat.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I was mad at you.
Wow. Damn. That's crazy, you guys.
Just kidding. I was depressed yesterday. I took a depression nap. You know, sure.
Depression nap.
It was a depression nap.
Nice. We love those.
We do.
Slime.
Oh, you know the best kind of nap ever
is post slime.
I didn't say that.
Post slime.
Did you? You said post slime.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You're sick.
You sick bastard.
That's nasty.
The best kind of nap is when you're just like, you spend all day out in the sun and then you come home and then you just like fall onto your bed, just like still like fully clothed, whatever, the lights are on, but your face is just like so sun-baked and your head is also like so baked, but not by drugs.
I feel like
you
there's
just pass out for like a couple hours, and it's the best kind of nap ever.
I feel like there's a term for this, and it's like something along the lines of like
heat exhaustion.
Yeah, that one.
But
wait, really?
It's different than heat exhaustion, though.
To the point where
that's true.
It is, but like I think it's
heat
like
exhaustion
borderline
is when
almost
you're just like
to that point.
I don't know.
It's like full blown dehydration.
So you're telling me
not even when you're
that you being in the sun all
dehydrated.
day, being baked almost to a level
tired.
high, and you're so tired, almost like
Right.
kind of like a word, exhausted, that
No.
you fall asleep.
It's like
Is this
it's
what
like
you're saying to me right now?
It's like when a cat just goes up to the window and just like lays on the floor and takes a nap in the sunlight. It's like that, you know?
Yeah.
It is weird
See,
they
but-
do that since they're already wearing a fur coat. They got to be
Wearing
boiling.
a fur coat.
They are. They are. They always are. Just
That's
imagine sleeping in the
so
sun in a
funny.
tuxedo. Like, I can't do that.
I agree 100%. I love like napping in the sunlight. I do not like napping after being out in the sun all day though. And I am
Expense cat
fully
ears.
100% exhausted. Mostly because I burn in the sun, but
Me too.
like a vampire.
Like if I go to the beach for the day and then I just come home, immediately take a nap. And it's like the best nap ever. Cause like you wake up and like you have like all the like lines and indents and stuff like on your face and your arms and shit from like laying on the like wrinkles in your clothes weird and stuff. Those kind of naps are the best.
That always does happen with those kind of naps.
Yeah, it's a good time. I haven't done that in a while. I want to go to the beach, man. Maybe
Been a
I'll
long
go to
time
the
since
beach.
I've seen the ocean.
You what?
It's been a long time since I've seen the ocean. I
Don't
grew
you
up
live?
on the West Coast, but yeah,
Don't you
I
live
grew up on the
West
East
now?
Coast.
California. Grew up
How far
in
away
the
are
Bay
you from
Area.
the beach?
It would take me without traffic like 3 hours ish.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's not far at all, in my opinion.
Take me like 20 minutes.
Link, honestly, you have no excuse.
But it's not like the beach. It's not the ocean. It's just a really big lake.
That's definitely
A great
different.
lake, if you will.
A great one, yeah.
A great one.
What is it,
Yeah.
Erie?
No, Ontario.
Damn. I always forget
Yeah.
which ones are up there. Oh,
Well,
see,
I mean,
because
they're all up there, but
well, okay, but I mean near you, jackass.
Damn.
technically Erie is near me too. It's just in the other direction.
Yeah. Okay.
Ontario's north and Erie's south.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm like, I was remembering Michigan too, because that's where like my whole family's from, and we grew up like on like
Nah, Michigan's
like playing on Lake Erie and shit.
very
Or maybe
far
it was
away
in
from
Michigan.
me.
I don't remember. My grandparents had like riverfront property.
Well,
that they would
Lake
just go on the
Michigan is
lakes.
entirely in the States. Like, you can't get at Lake Michigan from Canada.
Right.
You can get
It's-
at the other four, but
You
not
guys,
I'd
that
I'll
say
one.
be
it's
honest.
landlocked.
Huh?
What?
So you could say it's landlocked.
It's not, though. It's connected to Lake Huron. It's just the entirety of it is over the border.
Yeah.
Say so.
See, and I live in a landlocked state, so
I used
My-
to live in a landlocked province, but
yeah, my water sources are reservoirs, and they're pretty nasty. So
And wells.
see, we just
yuck.
have like
Sick.
so many lakes. I think we talked about this on a different episode. Canada has like the most amount of lakes, like
I think so,
in the world.
and I think Minnesota maybe is like the state that has the most. Is that what it was? Like, 'cause they have like
Minnesota.
a billion tiny little ones.
I mean, they're pretty close to Canada, so maybe it makes
Yeah, I
sense.
can see it. Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm really bad at geography, you guys.
Minnesota is right at the
No.
border of.
I was thinking about the lakes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Oh, let's see. Oh my god. Wait. It had to have been in Lake Michigan though. Because my grandparents, I think, lived in like Holland and
Yeah. See, Canada has over
Grand
2
Rapids.
million lakes.
damn, 2 million?
Over 2
That's
million.
a pretty crazy number.
Which state has the most lakes?
They're just like sitting there counting
Nearly
puddles.
9%
Like, this is a lake.
of Canada's total area is covered by fresh water.
9. Y'all need to calm down up there.
You guys can send some like south if you want.
Yeah, just ship a whole lake.
Water.
Water, I need it. So Alaska has the most lakes of any U.S. state, while Minnesota is known as the land of 10,000 lakes.
Only
Alaska has an
10,000.
estimated 3 million lakes. Bro, you
That's
got
pretty
water on
insane.
3 sides. Calm down.
60%
so
of the lakes
much?
on Earth are located in Canada.
How much?
60%.
That's fucking
That's
insane.
crazy.
That's actually fucking insane.
Right?
That's crazy work. It's the fact that Alaska is literally completely surrounded by water and then also has 2 million lakes.
I mean, just the Great Lakes alone have 18% of the world's fresh lake water.
And Alaska has
Wow.
crazy snow caps.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like all water. Alaska is water.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not like Florida and a swamp, so. Me casually roasting Florida at every opportunity.
There's a new law that passed today in Florida that if you're going 50 miles an hour above the speed limit or anything over 100 miles an hour, straight to jail. Straight to jail.
I
swear to
mean,
God.
20 over is already a felony most places. So,
This is just a new Florida law.
100 miles per hour, that's 160 kilometers an hour. That's so fucking fast. Oh my God.
okay, wait. What's the fastest
not
you guys
that
have
fast.
ever driven in your car before?
Legally or
130?
unlegally?
Sorry,
Unlegally.
130 kilometers. Hold on.
So 90 miles
80.
an hour.
No, 80.
I'll be honest with you guys. I've definitely 100% driven at 125 miles per hour before.
I have too. I'm
Yeah.
impressed, actually, Sarah. That's cool.
How the fuck? Where?
It was like
You were-
midnight on the highway, okay?
That's 200
That's
kilometers
pushing
per
it.
That's like almost to the max that cars can go to. Like
You
my
Tokyo
speedometer
Drift song.
barely
Yeah, I was
barely
like
goes to
19,
200.
and my ex peer pressured me. Okay, he didn't really have to pressure me that much, but like we were driving back up from like Pueblo. I'm not concerned about you guys knowing what place it is because it's I-25. It's the biggest highway in the state. We were driving like up from Pueblo, so like it's just straight north. I-25 is just straight through the entire state, north and south. And we were heading back up, and he was like, just see how fast you can go. And it's like midnight, dark as shit. It
That's
was a
so
poor
dangerous.
choice on my side, though, because I decided to pick like the part where it's really hilly. And
That's like
there's
extra dangerous.
I know it was not smart, but like it's worse
What if
in
you
Denver
hit
because
something?
obviously there's like a lot more cops there, and it's only 50 through there. This stretch of highway is like 75 speed limit, so I just went for it.
What kind of car were you in?
It was a Hyundai Sonata.
That adds up so well. That is definitely some Hyundai Sonata
Yeah,
actions right there.
yeah, it was fun. And then I was like, all right,
Crazy.
never again. This was fun the one time I needed to do this, so we're good now.
We're probably like neck and neck. I think I've gone like maybe 130, but definitely 120, 125.
Nice.
Y'all are nuts.
It's fun. It's
I hit 100
genuinely
the other
fun.
I
day.
was freaking out
Damn.
driving at 80 miles per hour.
in
I
California,
drive
guys.
casually. I drive casually at 90 a lot. I'll be honest with you.
Oh my God, you guys.
That's impressive. I don't touch 90 often.
Yeah,
I won't
it's
even go
only-
80 much these days.
It's literally only on I-25.
I don't know if it's just because like your guys' numbers are smaller, even though it's the same speed, that y'all feel more comfortable doing that. But like, bro,
We're
if somebody
compensating
here is
for something.
driving 90 miles an hour, like you'd be at risk of dying because like you never know when a deer is going to pop out on the highway.
Honestly, yeah, and like a lot of the times when I do this, it's part like downhill because hills and mountains, and
Inertia.
so yeah, you just naturally gain more momentum with that, and so it's easier to just be going. It's also almost completely straight stretch highway, and most everyone else is also going that fast. We're all fucking psychos here, like.
Right. Like, I don't even care how fast other people are going. Like, even on the highway, I will drive max 10 over the speed limit.
If it makes
That's
you
good,
feel better, the moment I start to hit like 92, I do chill out and I'm like, whoa, I need to reel it in.
I don't even
Let's
like
dial it back there.
I don't even usually drive more than like 75 is like usually the max I will drive.
The FBI is like writing
That's
this all
fair.
down. We got him, guys.
Right? Just got to figure out who they are now. But we got them.
Yeah, they know me.
Well, yeah.
My VTuber didn't
But like
load.
most highways here, the speed limit is 110 kilometers an hour, which is like 68.
Okay.
That's the speed limit on most highways here.
They just make you
Yeah.
guys drive slow for no reason.
Kind of seems like it.
I mean, it's not slow by any means, and it's also more safe.
It's true. Yeah, I-25 literally is like 65 up till like Denver, and then it's 55. But then further south, it's 75. And people 100% go 85 to 90 just super casually.
The whole time.
Yeah.
And like literally the highest speed limit on any highway in Canada is 120 or 75 miles an hour.
Wow.
I just want to
Yeah.
go to Germany, go on the Autobahn where there's just no speed limit.
Right?
You can just be in your Hyundai Elantra or whatever going 125
Sonata.
the whole time. Hyundai Sonata, sorry.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't have access to that vehicle anymore. Womp womp.
Do you have a cooler car now?
I have a Toyota Camry now.
It's probably faster.
Probably. I would know.
I like cars a lot. That is a hobby of mine that's been around for a while.
Really? Okay, dream car then.
Dream car. Oh, God. Like, if money was just no fucking issue at all, no factor. Probably a Ferrari F40.
Nice.
It's just a really crazy and low production Ferrari. It's not, I don't even think it's that crazy fast, but it's one of their cooler looking cars. I'm not even a huge fan of exotics that much, but when someone says dream car, money's not a problem. Something realistically dream car that I could have, probably like the newer Supra that came out in like 2020.
Nice.
I like those ones a lot.
I feel like I've always been really, really attracted to like the Aston Martins from like 007.
Oh yeah.
And then otherwise, I love the Audi that is in the Iron Man movies. It has like the engine in the back window.
R8, I
Yeah.
believe.
I think
Yeah,
so.
the R8s are amazing.
Yeah. And then otherwise, like realistic dream car, probably like a really nice Range Rover. I'd want to be
That's
like, a
honestly
little bit
super
bougie.
realistic.
I know.
Like probably twice as much as your Camry was, and you could have a lightly used one.
See, but I'd want to be bougie as hell with it, with like the whole entire like glass roof and like. This might sound really weird or cliche, but like I really want like a really light interior,
Like white almost.
like almost like a white leather interior. Yeah.
I like red leather interiors. Like that just gets my juices flowing, if you catch my drift.
How did I freaking know that you were gonna say juices flowing?
I was going to say slime, but...
Oh no, it's a thing now.
That has to be.
So slime jokes from now on. Let's go. Yeah, no, like otherwise, like I feel like practical vehicle for myself would probably be like a RAV4 or a Highlander or a Lexus RX 350.
The RX 350s are really nice cars.
They're really, really, really nice.
I like them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The IS 350, like I like cars a little more than SUVs, so like the IS 350s are pretty awesome to me.
Yeah.
See, I don't like sedans. They're too short. I'm a very tall person. I like my SUVs.
Fallon. I like how you covered your face, and then as you were leaning back, your hand went completely up so that you were no longer covering what was happening.
Oops.
But
that's valid. Sedans are pretty short.
right.
Even like comparatively between like my car and like older sedans, I can feel the height difference of getting into like somebody else's like shorter vehicle. And I'm like falling to get into this car right now, and that's a problem.
Right? And like getting into the short car is not the issue, it's getting out of the short car.
See, mine's backwards. I don't like getting into short cars.
Like fall into it.
Yeah.
I just don't like short cars in general.
That's fair. That's fair. Tall people problems.
Right? It is tall people problems.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I also love that once again we did not actually talk about what we intended to talk about today.
Yeah.
What were the intentions today?
We were going to
Lay it
do
on me.
hot takes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And we kind of touched on it. Yeah, maybe
little
next
bit.
time. We touched on it like barely with the pineapple, and then obviously established that you were a decent person, and then derailed 100%.
That's okay. Typical us behavior.
Yeah, very typical.
Right?
We were just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
We were just saying. That's the whole point. That's the name of the podcast.
He said the thing. He said the thing.
Crazy.
He said it. He said it.
Someone
So
call
funny.
the press.
Speaking of hot takes, what do you guys think of like the average time spent online surpassing TV these days, which is like 2.5 hours?
People are only spending 2.5 hours online.
I know.
That's the average.
Only? Damn.
Me who spent 48
Those are
hours
rookie
streaming
numbers.
last weekend.
I know. Those are some rookie ass numbers. Okay. Also, just because. Okay, so like between being online and being like sitting in front of a TV watching a show, there's so much more that you can do on a computer, in my opinion, where you can run a business, you can interact with other people, you can play online, like you can also watch things, so you can
play
be doing
Minesweeper.
everything. Yeah, you can play Minesweeper, you can play Solitaire, like you have things that you're doing, activities, you're interacting, like a lot of things that you can't do with just a television, you know? So it makes sense that we are spending more time online, because it's just a more versatile. I don't want to use the word thing, but that's the only word that's coming to mind right now, because I don't want to say tool, but it kind of is. You just have a lot more access to a lot more things, where it's not just watching TV. It's tons and tons of other things. It's learning. It's wow, I really did great on that one. Yeah. But
it truly is like the online lifestyle. Like you have an online life, and then you have just like your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
But it very much is as involved.
100%.
I probably spend too much time online, but it's okay.
I think I probably do too, to be honest.
I remember seeing this old video from like the late 90s, and it was like this news reporter that was doing a story on people who were addicted to being online. But it was like back when there really wasn't much to do online besides like browse forums or be in like chat rooms or probably play World of Warcraft.
That's so
But
funny.
they were like talking about how like, oh, this could be a huge problem in the future. And then you just look at society nowadays, and it's like, yeah, we are
We're doing
glued to the
great.
screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're doing literally right now. Right this second.
Yeah.
While we're recording.
I'm just on the phone. I'm just on the phone with my friends. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm literally just like scrolling on Google Maps in this moment. Because I open up and look at links, and now I'm just like, yep. I wonder what that
you're
place
like
looks like.
learning geography and
I'm mostly just looking at how many of the places I've lived in still have like my car in the driveway on Google Maps and shit.
That's such a weird thing to look up, but also I completely understand.
My current place doesn't, but my last apartment does. I don't know if my one before that would, but I'm gonna check now because I'm curious.
Damn, you got to tell them to come drive through with their cameras,
right? Okay, that
or start taking more satellite pictures. Tell them they're outdated.
Where is the street that I'm looking for? Hold up. Is it?
TikTok's up to 1.8 billion monthly average users.
Wow.
This year.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Billion with a B.
Wow.
It's not too crazy.
As in,
because only like 50% of the world population has access to the internet, and then like out of that 50%, so that's like 1.5 trillion, right?
I didn't think there were that many people in the world. I got the world's population was like 6 billion or something.
It's only 8 billion. Oh yeah, so a quarter of the world's population is a monthly user on TikTok.
That's literally half the population that has access to the internet.
It's less than half of the half.
No, I know, but didn't you say only half the world's population has access to internet?
Yeah.
And then a quarter of all the people in the world are utilizing TikTok?
Less than a quarter, but yeah.
So 50% of, like a little close to 50% of the people that have access to the internet utilize TikTok. That's...
Oh, the place
crazy.
before also has my car at it. Damn, they really haven't updated that in a while. My God.
Wow. Just be like, hey losers.
Right?
Update your shit. I moved, okay? Jeez.
Right. People invested in cars for 1 year.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Is my math wrong on that? I feel like...
What?
Math
no,
wrong,
I'm
what?
still fixated on the TikTok thing.
Oh.
No, it's less than a quarter, but it's basically a quarter of the world's population is a monthly average user on TikTok.
Crazy work.
It
It makes sense why people are able to so quickly grow a platform and also like generate an entire income and livelihood off of TikTok.
Yeah.
It's also projected that it's mostly smaller creators that get most of the engagement. Like people sub 100,000 followers on TikTok are the people who get the most engagement. It's just like the more real people, people are kind of done with the whole celebrity influencer creators. Fake facades. Yeah.
Yeah.
The more real you are, the more people are like latched onto it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people show up for other people being like genuine and everything like that. So I think that's a really awesome big win because I know like TikTok has been really controversial and like a lot of people were like concerned about it with like security and everything else like that. So like to see where like the smaller creators who are more genuine and really just show up as themselves fully are getting the recognition and stuff on that platform is actually pretty cool.
What do you guys think of certain states already releasing like a digital ID? Like you can just show your license that's like in your iPhone wallet to an officer.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think
I feel like my state has that, and I just don't not have my actual ID, so I don't utilize it.
Oh, she's fake. Right? Get him. That's her officer.
I don't know. I feel like it opens up the possibility for
fraud.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Identity theft.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how well that's going to go over, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, very true.
But
I mean,
anyways,
my car insurance is already digital.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
fair.
not something that somebody would like try
Right.
to take from you. Or need for like an identity theft kind of thing. Like an ID is so like specific and like
Right.
yeah.
And nobody wants to steal liability insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Insurance is dumb.
Insurance is a huge scam, at least in America.
Sometimes. Yeah. Granted, my insurance pays for thousands of dollars for medication for me, so
Yeah, but how come
Nice.
those pharmaceuticals are thousands of dollars though? You want to dig
that
deep
is
into the
the real
rabbit hole.
problem,
Right.
though. Yeah, you are correct. That is the real issue here. But, anyways,
Next
this
hot
was
take.
fun.
Oh, you guys are done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're wrapping up on time here for this episode.
Okay.
Do you want to do some shameless plugging of your stuff real quick before we head out?
Yeah. Shoot, I'm really only on Twitch. I have a TikTok. I removed most of my clips from there. I don't post much, but if you ever want to see like a millennial streamer playing DGen FPS games that are outdated, ProeliumNix, twitch.tv. Come find me.
Oh my gosh, that's
Love
so
that.
funny.
It'll all be linked in everything, wherever you
Awesome.
are
Down
watching / listening to this.
I appreciate you guys letting me be a
Yeah,
part of
thanks
the
for
cast.
joining.
Yeah. Thanks for being a little guest star. Also, you guys, we're all wearing red. Aren't we so freaking
Seriously?
cute?
But see, now you mentioned it. Now they're going to be like, wow, she had to mention it? That's so lame.
Fine. Cut it out or
Spent
something.
this
I
whole
don't
time
know.
thinking, oh, wow, they're all wearing red. I wonder if they planned that. And now you said something. Now they're going to know we did it on purpose.
Soiled it.
Soiled it. Hey, I thought about it before. I thought about it when I put this dress on, okay? Before we even joined into the studio, I was literally like, oh, Link usually matches my dress, okay?
Yeah.
And maybe we can get Nick to also match with something red. And that was just a passing thought. And then we weren't even really thinking about it. And then Link was like, hey, do you want me to match you? And I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And then Nick was like, oh my gosh, you guys are wearing red? And we're like, yes, let's all match. It's going to be great.
Oh, God.
Hyperventilation intensified.
Story. Yeah, seriously.
Pretty much how all of our thought processes go.
Literally, just intense breathing.
Yeah.
Intense, heavy breathing. Let's go.
Anyways, we'll catch you guys later. Keep up on our Instagrams and TikToks and,
All of our
other
short
stuff.
form stuff.
Come find all of us on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're pretty funny over there.
We are.
If I do say so myself. We are a hoot and a holler.
Mm-hmm.
This is any consultation.
Yep.
No. What?
No. Wait, consultation?
What?
Constellation?
Consolation.
That constellation?
Wait, that's in the sky. It's evolving. What
God.
is it now?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Good night.
We'll see
I
you
love it
guys
here.
later.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
guys.